everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. The hatred runs deep between these teams, and no position feels the pressure of a rivalry game more than quarterback. Can this fella look past the emotion of the game and deliver a victory for his team? It's the Jets going up against the Bills. So, with the call of this Week 16 matchup, let's hand it over to our commentators, Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
All right, we appreciate it, Larry. It's our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, the stage is set for our final Thursday night game of the year between the New York Jets and the Buffalo Bills. Hello, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at the Bills entering play here. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners are 4 of their last 6 games. Meanwhile, for the... They'll come out in the pistol. Again, we'll see the pistol here. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. On play action, they'll throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Okay, let's just make this one simple. We know that the running game is not their thing, but they can't just throw it on every single down without expecting some real heat from the pass rush.
Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake, third down. So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover, and wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
And that was a really nice run there to bring up third and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
But they brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
Looking to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. He can run for it, and he will. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The 15 yards there on the scramble and a first down. One quarter down with Charles Davis. Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this is caught at the 8. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. They're dangerous. So out now come the Jets. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good. So they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And they still need 8 yards for the first here on 2nd down. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get across the 20, but only to about the 22-yard line. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. And the offense in that middle ground here on 3rd down, 3rd and 5. They'll set up a throw. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Now they'll run it on the toss. And some room to work. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 45-yard line. Give him 16 on the pickup, and it'll be a New York first.
Really good, solid run right there, and they did it from a 4-wide receiver set. And if you're an offensive coordinator, they used to tell people, hey, we're going to throw the football. Now they use 4 receivers on the field to spread things out, give them more running lanes and more options. And also, it usually takes the bigger defenders off the field, makes the defense lighter and easier to run against.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he slides to avoid the hit. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
NFL quarterbacks work so hard on their mechanics, and they do so much repetition and practice, off-season, the whole deal. They expect it to be autopilot once the game starts. That way it eliminates any type of pressure of the game, pressure of people in your face, all of that. That didn't shine through on that throw, though, did it?
No. A little bit of a dangerous pass and off target, too. Back to throw. Got a man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jets. They're dangerous wide receivers. And New York set to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's going to go up top again. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A gain of 39 that time. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a time. And New York set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their...
And now the rookie's free. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there as the first half is winding down. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead.
Heard a coach talk about those late...
The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And quickly, they get to the line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
And it's incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. They'll roll him out right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it, incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. It's a big play that time by the Jets. 32 yards. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Let's go! They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
That is caught. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Luke Wilson. And New York set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And now they're in the hurry-up. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. NFL teams last year, a little under 50% on 4th down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. They're going to try and throw, eluding the pressure right. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. 22 yards on the pickup there. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now they'll run it on the toss. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
17 yards on the pickup there, and also a 1st down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Caught left side, Hopkins. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll look to throw here. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. One quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL. Back now in Buffalo. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. So this is the 2nd consecutive week as you look at the numbers that he just doesn't seem to have the same pop as we normally see him with.
Is there an injury we don't know about?
That's what I'm wondering.
Because that's a legitimate question right now. We're used to speed, power, all coming together. And what I've always loved about him is his vision. You know, last week he didn't have that as well. Always thought he was picking the wrong hole to try and run through. And his blockers, they seem to be getting him to the right place, but he picked the wrong spot. We're seeing some of that again this week. Can they snap it together? Can they get back in sync?
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And this long drive is good. And New York set to take the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
And they'll go on the ground. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Looking to throw, and he can't quite pick it. No interception, so... New York set to take the field. They have the big cushion. Here in the final stages of this one, I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL, that's huge to begin with. But just think about all the preparation that went into it. When they first started talking about this game, leading up to it during the week, going on the road, unfamiliar city, obviously, unfamiliar hotel. No one's going to be with you once you get to the stadium. They're all going to be against you. You name it, all those things they had to deal with, they were able to conquer them and do it convincingly.
Yeah, they did it very convincingly, and now the final moments of this one. They'll run it now out of the gun. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Forced out to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle.
Holding offense.
So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. Now they'll run it on the toss. Bulldozes past him. It'll be a gain of 15 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd down.
It seemed like the situation was 2nd and a mile to go for a 1st down, which screams what? Throw the football. You got to pass in order to try and pick up that kind of yardage. But in this case, they ran a tendency breaker because the tendency is for defenses to be out there and be set up for a pass. So you break tendency and actually run the football. That changes everything because if you're able to find a crease, you often have bigger guys working against smaller guys downfield. They picked up excellent yardage there to bring up a 3rd down.
And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Now they'll run it on the toss. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
They're going to look to throw. On the move to his left. He may try and run for this. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Jets, the win moves them to 8-7 now on the year. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, it's a tough blow to their playoff aspirations as they drop to 9-6. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Denver Broncos.
I wanna sip on private planes. I wanna scream my name on top of the Eiffel Tower. On the Eiffel Tower. I wanna hit that blackjack.